You are live. All right. What's good, everybody? This is your boy Akil McLeod back with another live video, back with my wife Dominique. We just want to quick save us good, see how y'all doing, give you guys somewhat of an update on how it's been since we moved from California to Arizona. And then, of course, answer any reseller questions, entrepreneur questions, life questions, whatever. Just here to provide you guys with some positivity and some entertainment while we all quarantining during these times. So if you guys can hear me properly, make sure you drop a comment real quick just so I know everything is sounding right, and we could just jump right into it. So I ain't prepped no questions for you. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna wait a little while just so that more people can join the chat. Okay, we went from 1 to 16 people. All right, so that's good. So people are here. That's what's up. Twizzy, what up, Twizzy? What up, Kia? So we in here. And like I said, we are just gonna do a quick update on what it's been like living in Arizona. So Dom, I'll start with you. How you been like in Arizona since we did that first update video? I think we made that video in December when we first moved.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I feel like there's a lot to do, and we talked about that before. I know the last time we talked, we did speak a lot about going out to eat. Over the last couple months, we've been on a diet, so we haven't really gone out to eat as much as I would like. But that's just been forcing us to find other things to do. So as of right now, obviously the world is kind of chaotic. But prior to Corona. We can't say it. We can't say the word. We can't say it.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't
Sorry.
Say it.
But prior to, y'all know what's happening. Just finding stuff to do like bowling, going to the movies. We found this $3 movie, y'all, and they got some really good nachos.
It was good till you was all salty.
Yeah, it was a little salty. But other than that, I feel like we're really adjusting. I'm finding friends here. We're having company tomorrow. We haven't had company.
The joy.
We haven't had company ever since we've been living together for almost 4 years now.
We had mad company. My mom came a few times.
Well, that's family.
Oz came.
That's family.
Sam and Rashawn came.
They helped us move. That don't count.
They came.
That don't count. But I'm hosting a dinner party is what I'm saying. It's only a few people, so don't worry, guys. We're still following regulations. But we are having some people over. But outside of that, I'm really loving it. The weather's beautiful for now. And we're just having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the funny thing is before we wasn't really going out as often. We was kind of staying in the house more. Only thing we were doing was really going out to eat. And since we got here, we were just out almost every weekend from like soon as Thursday come around, we're trying to figure out what we're about to do, where we're about to go. So it's just one of those things where, once you're in a new environment, everything is new for you. You're in a brand new city, and it's actually things to do. It's a bunch of events always happening. So I think that's a good thing. And of course, it just brought some more, I guess, youthfulness.
And I feel like too, it's a lot of young professionals here. Mm-hmm. When we were in Santa Barbara, it was that awkward stage where it was the college students and then it was the older people. And no offense, clearly, but we're not really in either one of those categories. Well, Kill's in the older category, but outside of that, he had to find some stuff for me. And I feel like here, there's a lot of social groups that are for our age group. And like I said, we really are finding friends. So I think that's super cool.
Yeah, it's definitely way better than living in California. Not to mention, it's just so much more affordable. And of course, we spoke about that the last time, but it's just different now when 3 months pass. Well, yeah, it's about 3 months pass, and you could really see how far your money is actually taking you, because it's amazing. You know what I mean? Like mm-hmm. to just be able to go out, you don't necessarily have to stress about, it's end of the month, I had to pay the rent. Like, it's just good. It's just way less stress. You know what I mean? Way less stress. In terms, you said you was social groups. Talking more about the social aspect, making friends. Talk about the differences between California and Arizona and how fast, I guess, changes happen.
Yeah, well, within the first month here, I found a hairstylist, which I did not find one in California. Granted, there were a few, but they were really, really, really expensive to the point where it was like, bruh, I'm not paying that ever. First of all, I'll do my own hair. So that was good. I think within our first week, I found a hairstylist, and I've gone to her now twice. So that's really good. just finding different social groups. So I do have a project underway. I'm not really going to share too much details on it, but
Keep it low.
I do need to find different people to kind of be on my team for this project that I'm working on. And we went to a social group for that. Thankfully, one of the people we met did my headshots for this project I'm also working on. So it was really nice to just connect with people. And within a day, like literally we went that Friday was it Friday?
I think it was a Thursday or something.
Thursday or Friday. We went and he connected with me the very next day and we took the picture. So it was really nice to see that. And there was a room full of younger people, young entrepreneurs doing their thing. And they were all Black. And I thought that was super, super dope. So it was really nice to see that.
Yeah, I just think, and like we were saying before, just, when you're out, whether it's an event, whether you out to eat, whether you just walking around, it's good to not be the only Black person in the whether you're in a store. Just felt like we was the only Black people in Santa Barbara, period. And it was weird, you know what I mean? But it's just way more comfortable out here now. So definitely just happy about that. Somebody says, new subscriber. Okay, well, welcome to the channel, Tommy. My friend Lot of Josh recommended your channel. That's what's up. Tell Josh I said, what it do?
Baby.
What it do, baby? Yes, someone to do our hair. Got to find that. Yeah, man. Already know. Somebody doing mine too. You should join the Poshmark support group. We do a lot of social stuff as a group, do meetups often. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, we should definitely link up and do that. It's the funny thing is, as soon as we got out here, it was a posh party that we ended up going to. I think like 2 weeks into being here, we went to a posh party. So, and that's a good thing too, because it just wasn't too many events happening. And I think out here, since it's such a big city, in Phoenix, I mean, not Phoenix, but just Arizona as a whole is just so spread out. So even though there's, tons of events, it's still easier to, I guess, maneuver around because everything is like 20, 25 minutes, unless you're going to Tucson or something. But Kenneth saying, how you been? So far, so good. You know what I mean? So far, so good in terms of life. Been good. Still staying positive as everybody else should be doing. Everybody just gotta, stay positive, whether that means trying to watch some entertainment so you can get some laughs, whether you're trying to learn a new skill, just staying positive because we all don't know how long this is gonna last, but gotta make the most of it. You know what I mean? That's literally all it is. That's all it is. Let's see. Stuff that does not have to do with reselling, only a mix of both. Talking about the group. How is sales during this time? Sales are booming. Like sales are this weekend. Let's tell the people about this weekend. We ain't gonna go in too much detail, but this weekend we didn't do any work. I was supposed to go live this weekend. I was supposed to drop some videos. Was supposed to just be way more productive, but we was just chilling. You know what I mean? We was just bonding. You know what I mean? Taking that time. We was over here playing cards. We got card games here. We was playing Sorry.
And drinking.
We got headband games. We just been playing, you know what I mean? Just been bonding. So that's the dope thing about it. I think for a lot of people, you about to say something?
Let's go ahead.
I think for a lot of people, we always making jokes because I don't think much has changed for us because we was already working from home, already around each other all the time. But for those that wasn't around their spouse often, wasn't around their kids often, this is probably a whole new experience and probably something that they are not happy with. But for us, this is, you know what I mean?
I was going to say, to piggyback on what he said, I feel like this was the first time, like not on a vacation, that we really like just stopped everything, put the phones down and just in the house and just no work and really just bonded. Normally we do that a lot on vacation. And of course we bond after hours. Let's say Akil's working till 6 or 7, and then we have our time. But this weekend was literally all about us. And it was so nice.
Didn't do nothing. And I didn't even feel guilty. For somebody like me, I usually feel guilty if I don't get something done every day, at least a little something. We went to the park. Went for a walk, worked out in the park. Came home, went to sleep. Didn't feel bad at all. You know what I mean? Did not feel bad.
Getting Akil to take a nap is like pulling teeth, y'all. He doesn't do it. I always take a nap. I need them to survive. But Akil, he don't take them.
That's the thing. Like taking naps, I feel like it's important. But if I'm not tired, I'm not gonna force myself to take a nap. It's usually one day during the week where I might just crash because I have just been going nonstop. But I just don't prefer to take naps. You got to take a nap every day.
Yeah.
It don't even matter. You can wake up at 9, take a nap at 10. Like, this is crazy.
Whatever.
Whatever. Let's see who's in the chat. Oh, my cousin Dawn is in the chat. What's up?
Hey, Dawn.
Let's see. I thought there were very little black people in Arizona. That's why I decided not to go there. I guess I better go check it out. I'm worried about the heat, though, from Cali stuck in OKC. I'm not going to say it's like Atlanta. It's not a ton of black people, but it's definitely way more than where we were at. I think in California, most people think of like LA and they say, oh, it's super diverse in LA, but that's LA. Like Santa Barbara is not like that. So for us, it's just refreshing. You know what I mean? Just very refreshing. Have sales been slow too? So that's the thing. Like I was saying, yesterday we didn't do anything. We were just chilling. Saturday and Sunday we were just chilling. Today we got back to work. Saturday was like,
my work was laid out for me too, by the way. Akil, listen, let me tell y'all. So we took the weekend off, but I took the week off. And when I came back today,
I mean, that's the thing. In this reselling business, y'all can drop a comment. Y'all know you got to constantly feed the beast, whether that means you listing on eBay constantly, whether that means you listing on Poshmark constantly. And she handles Poshmark and she does it well. So I'm not going to take over her duties.
You do it good too. You do it good.
So I'm a list. I made sure this stuff was listed on eBay, made sure that it was like basically a funnel. Everything was ready for her to go. And then when she came back, everything was good.
He left me a list, y'all. It was written out all on this piece of paper.
What paper? I'm about to say what paper. You're lying. Don't lie to the people. They can tell. They can see the lies. But but altogether, I think this weekend was like 1,200 in sales. Today was about 200 in sales so far. The day's not over yet. Hopefully, some more keep rolling in. I think what it is that since people are home, they're just chilling, so people are shopping. And I always say it comes down to the inventory. At one point, I felt like I was shopping too much and I was focusing too much on sourcing. Since now that I have help, I was really like just, saying, okay, let me just keep trying to source and down would help list. But I think all that like upfront work paid off because the inventory that we have now is just solid stuff. A lot of it is new, a lot of it is used, but it's just quality stuff that people want right now. So regardless of the current, landscape that's happening right now, people still, people just want to shop. Retail therapy is real, what I mean? So I think it's paying off. Hello, brother Akil and my sister. It's a beautiful thing working together as husband and wife. Amen.
Up top.
Amen. How have you adapted to the change from moving, gym, sourcing?
We don't want to talk about the gym right now.
So you could talk about the gym because you got a trainer. You know what I mean? You got access to a gym. So how is it for you?
Well, I do 2 days a week because, a personal trainer is pretty pricey. So I do only 2 days a week with him. And then now with all this craziness going on, we've been working out at the park, trying to just do some home workouts. So it is a little crazy. I don't really like the not being in the gym part of it because that's like therapy for me. And it's kind of crazy that it just started getting like that because y'all used to hate the gym, but now I like it. I really do need it, and not having it kind of sucks. Thankfully, my trainer did send me like home workouts that I can do up until everything gets opened again. So that's good. But I was in there today and literally I didn't want to leave. I was like, this is so nice.
And before you would be wanting to leave as soon as you get in there.
Yeah.
Now you're good to go. Speaking of someone that has no access to the gym now, I'm not going to say I'm not feeling it as badly yet because I need to go to the gym every day. I hardly ever take rest days. And when I do, it's usually because I'm sore and I need it. But as of right now, I'm not going to say I'm like feeling too gym deprived because I'm still doing some workouts. I think in a week, I might be feeling a little different, but we'll see. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to do what I can and just trying to eat responsibly. You know what I mean? Because that's the main thing. It's all about your diet. If you start eating too much or you start eating, whatever little junk food, it's going to catch up to you. And like she said earlier, I'm in the 30 club now, so I can't be playing. I'm going to gain that weight and it's just going to stay. Amen, brother. Stay positive. Watch the news for a few minutes to get updated, then cut it off. That's amen. You gotta cut it off, man.
I read it. I read the headlines. If it's too much, maybe tomorrow. I can't take it all at once.
Right. got to, because it's like the news is just they're just what's the word I'm looking for? They're ensuing. Oh, I can barely hear and my volume is up all the way. Let's put the mic a little closer today. I hope you can hear us better now. Yeah, I hope you can hear us better now. But like I was saying, it's just one of those things where it's like the media, you know, the news outlets, they're just like trying to induce fear. They're trying to induce panic. So they're just trying to get us all antsy and, you know, more nervous than we should be. And I was talking to my mom about this earlier. It's one of those things where, you know, they're getting doctors and health professionals to talk about the current situation, but at the same time, they're not getting like positive people to come on there. They're not getting those like holistic doctors on there that have more of a positive outlook on things. They're talking to people that's relatively negative, so all they're saying is negativity, and they're just making it worse. You know what I mean? So it's tough to kind of decipher through it. But that's how I was raised. I was raised to just always see positive stuff and try to be positive. So that's why I'm just like that. But
you know me. I'd be so positive sometimes. You'd be looking at me like
yeah, it'd be like, all right, bro. We get it. But yeah, let's see what people saying in the chat. My man said, "What's up, player?"
He's not a player.
Yeah, not kind of married, but I mean, what up, player?
He's not a player.
You ain't no player. Let's see, how much profit do you shoot for per shoe? It really just depends, but for me, sometimes I'll take profit. Like if I can make $35 on the shoe, that's like, especially if I'm spending 50 or more, if I can at least make 35, that's good enough for me. And it also just depends on how fast items flip. You know, if I can list something, if I picked it up for $5 and I know it'll sell but relatively quickly and within a week, and I'm only making $20, I'll pick that up too. Are you guys in a shutdown? Do you still source? Yeah, our city is definitely slowly shutting down everything. The thrifts are still open.
Some of them.
Savers is closed. The Goodwill is open. You know, the Goodwill, they gonna stay open. You know, the Goodwill ain't going nowhere. They too greedy. They
Stay positive.
Yo, they so greedy that it's ridiculous.
We did get games for them this weekend, though.
We did get some games. So we sourced some games, some board games. But outside of that, like I said, there's a couple of local thrift stores that still open. Ross is closed. As you guys know, Nike is closed. The Nike Outlet Clearance Center, everything like that is closed. So I'm not sourcing that heavily. I did go sourcing online, though, and I picked up some shoes, and it came today. So that should hopefully sell pretty quickly. But like I said, in terms of sourcing, I'm still on Poshmark trying to see if I can get some steals on there. But for the most part, not necessarily going out the house to source. I've been selling on Poshmark for 2 years now, and my sales are slow. What are new ways to boost your sales? Because I share my closet at least 2 times a day, but I've boosted my sales, made $5K in 2 years. $5K 2 years, probably doing it like part-time. That's not bad. And to boost sales right now, I don't know. Like it's tough. Like Poshmark is super slow. All my sales are coming from eBay. Like all the sales I was talking about earlier, I think we sold 2 items on Poshmark. I think
just one.
It was the Brooks running shoes for 40, and then it was those Beckett and Simone and boots.
Oh yeah.
So 2 things on Posh, and then I think 13 on eBay. But right now on Poshmark, it's super slow. The only thing I could say to help boost sales is probably you might want to drop your prices a little bit. You might want to share a little more because we share in the closet 4 or 5 times a day. So, and it's still only a little bit of sales. So don't be too discouraged right now because sales as a whole is just down. We missed the gym too. I'm sure we will all get creative about how we work out. How many squats can we do? That's the thing. Them body weight squats you can only do for so much. So much push-ups.
25.
It's tough, but I mean, like you said, you gotta do it. Let's see. Since a lot of us are looking for distractions to take our minds off our current situations, would you help us out by sharing 1 or 2 of your wedding photos?
Yes, we can.
She asked to see baby pictures.
Well, okay, we don't have baby pictures. We got wedding pictures. That's the closest thing. You see, y'all about to hear the real in here, okay?
I can find some.
Let me see if you can. I got them.
Pull them up.
Okay. I think my phone about to die. Oh, yeah, it's about to die. Let me see if we could get one.
Pull them up and share the photos with the people.
Let me show you my favorite picture.
What won't you pick up from the thrift stores because of the virus? What won't I pick up from the thrift? When it comes to
don't say the V word.
you can say that. You
Yo.
just can't say the other.
All right.
But with stuff I won't pick up, I'm definitely not picking up no drawers. I'm definitely trying to.
Akil,
They sell drawers in the thrift.
you wouldn't get drawers.
People be selling drawers though.
That's nasty.
That is nasty. But I'm definitely not picking. From the thrift, honestly, like of course I'm still picking up shoes. I'm still picking up whatever. A lot of stuff I'm probably just trying to be more cautious with it. You know, if I need to, like maybe just try to wipe it down a little more, make sure it's clean, use some rubbing alcohol, wash your hands as soon as I get home. But I'm not gonna say I'm like completely not picking up certain stuff because of what's going on. At the end of the day, if it's in the thrift and it's a good price, I'm gonna pick it up. Oh, you can show the picture.
We have a picture. Let's see. Oh, it won't zoom.
Yeah, I don't think it'll zoom.
Well, sorry, y'all.
I think if we had it open already and we did like a screen share, it might have worked.
Next time.
Yeah, next time we'll open up with the wedding pictures the next live show. Posh is super slow. I have not had any sales on Posh in about 4 or 5 days. 4 or 5 days. All of my sales have come from eBay. Yeah, man, it's the same thing over here. Like the thing is, you still got to share. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Those boots that sold on Poshmark this weekend, I would have bet money they would have sold on eBay, but it sold on Posh. So just the right person seen it, and I just shared it at the perfect time, so it was like right at the top of the search. But like I said, you just got to keep sharing because you never know. Right. People still shopping. Spray bottle with vodka. Oh, to kill the germs. That's smart. I mean, vodka.
I'm gonna drink it. No. I'm kidding. I don't like vodka
like
right?
That. You don't even like vodka like that.
Tough times.
Right. What was the other? So we were saying, let's jump back into what it's been like since we started working together.
Oh yes.
So talk about recently, just having that freedom of being able to, take time off like that.
Yeah.
Most jobs ain't even gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most jobs ain't gonna let you do that.
You gonna let me tell them? All right.
Just saying.
Well, honestly, reselling with Akil has been nice. This was not my thing at all at first, not even a little bit. I was in law enforcement prior to doing this, so for me, it was kind of a little action, a little bit. I used to wear a uniform and things, so it was cool. But now I really like it. Just being able to stay home is really nice. Since I definitely did talk about our fitness journey, it is really, really nice to be home and actually able to cook our meals properly. So I do cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I try to meal prep lunch and then cook dinner because I do still like cooking. So I'm getting real technical, y'all. Like I'm weighing the food, I'm doing it all. So with me working at a regular job, there's no way I would have had time to do that. Mm-hmm. So we are really being able to see the benefits of that with me being home. Honestly, the most difficult part, I think I should be, a little honest here, was just at first, Akil doesn't really have like a set schedule with a lot of stuff. And I'm a very like schedule oriented person. Routine. Like I need a routine or else it doesn't really work for me. But we definitely developed a routine over time. And honestly, the biggest thing is, I'm not going to lie, like going into it, I was a little nervous because I know how different we are with certain things. And I was like, maybe we're going to step on each other's toes, but we did it at all. It's really great, honestly. Like, it's to the point where I'll say, hey, I think this might work. He's with it. And from there, we just move on. And I think that was pretty much it. Like I am learning a lot. And like I told you guys in probably every video that I've been on, I take my hat off to you guys because it is definitely a challenge to just consistently do what you guys do. Well, do what we do because now I'm in the loop.
Say you doing.
I'm in it. So for us to continue to do what we do, and recently, my grandma passed away, unfortunately. And I didn't work at all last week. And Akil was super understanding. And I mean, I still got my paycheck, although I didn't work at all, like at all. So I was kind of thinking he was going to deduct some time, but I guess I had some sick time or something built up.
Yeah, you got a vacation package.
Yeah, so it was nice. And that would have never happened at a regular job, like ever. So I was really blessed for that. And I think every day we do find a system, like we find something new every day. And I think it's awesome. My favorite part is working in my pajamas.
I think for me, it was just one of those things where like she said, I knew it was brand new for her. I knew reselling wasn't like something she was excited about. So for me, it was just more so about just, and of course, I never had anybody working with me before. So I'm working from home all day, no schedule, do what I want when I want. And it's just like, once you have somebody else working with you, you kind of have to change. Once anybody else is involved in your business, you have to change. And in order for for somebody to really feel ownership of the business, you have to let them make changes and talk about improvements, make suggestions, and actually move on those suggestions. I'm really just trying to be the type of, I guess, leader that I needed when I was working at a regular job. And from this point, it's one of those things where I'm seeing the questions that she have, a lot of the questions that a lot of beginners or Poshmark beginners, eBay beginners, it's a lot of the same questions, you know what I mean? But I just try to be patient, not put too much on your plate, because I knew if you got too much at one point, you was like, oh, all right, just too much. So kind of just, kind of slow roll out to the point where now you just controlling the Poshmark stuff. And it makes sense, you know what I mean? Poshmark is a much more maneuverable and more simple platform than eBay. You know what I mean? Way more manageable.
I had to edit a listing once. Guys, edit a listing.
It's great.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, so and for me, that's what it's all about. It's just because the plan, I don't know how big we're gonna take it, but of course, eventually, I'm sure it'll be maybe one, maybe two more employees somewhere down the road. The thing with reselling, it could be as big as you want it to be. You know what I mean? So it's like this is the beginning stage. This is the practice where I'm trying to teach you everything I know, and then once we start getting more employees and the business grows, you can teach them and go like that. God forbid something happen to me, you have the skills.
Don't you dare.
It's real out here. You gotta.
Don't you dare.
It's real. I ain't gonna put it out, but you got a plan. You know what I'm saying? Back in the chat. Let's see. Are your thrift stores still open? Hours are closed. Relying on relationships to buy direct in bulk right now. How about y'all? That's what's up. I'm glad that y'all actually have some relationships. You know what I mean? That you can actually take advantage of that. Right now, we're not really sourcing. The thrifts are open. I haven't been going to any thrifts yet. I was supposed to go today, but that didn't happen. I was just trying to catch up on some of the listing that I had to do from this weekend. But I'll be back in the thrift tomorrow. I'll probably record a little something and drop a video. But I wish I did have some relationships I could rely on. But right now, it's just me and you.
Right. I'm about to say it's just me and Akil. That's it.
Let's see. Everyone says to list every day for the algorithms. Yeah. You got to. That's what the algorithms want. They want to see just consistency. They want to see constant movement. Do y'all plan on having kids soon? Why everybody on us have kids?
I don't know, y'all. I don't know about that.
We just trying to enjoy. Well, I'm not going to say enjoy this youth. You could enjoy your youth because you're younger than me, but
you kind of youthful.
I'm kind of youthful. I'm kind of in there.
But we had to just sign up Akil for AARP the other day.
Just had to give me some depends, because you never know. What is the best sale you've had on Poshmark? The best sale? Probably the other day when that leather jacket. Yeah, this shot bros, the Perfecto jacket, that white leather motorcycle jacket. If you go on my Poshmark Closet now, scroll down to the bottom, it's sold for I think $259.
On Poshmark.
On Poshmark. I was shocked. Usually items on Poshmark, I've sold 100+ items several times, but 200+, this is probably like the second one. So this was a big sale. This was huge.
It was dope too. I kind of wanted to keep it, but once you told me how much you can sell it for, that was it.
Sorry. Said, oops, I'm over 700 items on Poshmark. Do I just keep listing? Yeah, why not? You could have 700 active listings, but you got to make the goal is to make the sales. You know what I mean? So
feel bad for sharing though.
Yeah, that probably takes a long time. But there's a lot of people that use bots now to share their closet. So it's a lot of people. It's a lot of like Google plugins to share the closet with. I mean, we don't use it because the closet ain't that big. It's like 200 and something items in there. Let's see. Thanks so much for the share. Looks like Akil wore a red tux. Sadly, couldn't really see your dress. Looking forward to the wedding pic soon. Yeah, we don't have them up.
Yeah, you guys can look at my Instagram. They're all over there. I have a whole album on the highlights. My Instagram is Dami. Oh, Akil's gonna put it.
Is it the comment?
No.
It's just Damis
___. underscore. Two
It's
underscores.
2 underscores? This
Yeah.
is too much.
Because I didn't want people at work finding me.
Well, they gonna find you now.
Well, I left
You
that
thought
place.
you thought 2 underscores was gonna keep
Well, who
them
would have
away?
thought Dami's World, Akil? Nobody.
Yeah.
No, nobody ever found me.
Let's see. Keep listing if you feel like your items are selling. They will sell as long as there is a demand. All right, that's it. You just gotta keep listing if you can get it. How are y'all managing the uncertainty of finances being full-time entrepreneur?
Hey, Amanda, that's my friend.
Oh, that's your friend.
Yeah.
What's up?
She just came back from Italy. That's the one who was over there.
Oh
For
man,
Google.
that's crazy. That's what's up. I hope you had a good time out there. But managing the uncertainty is just about staying positive. I was literally just saying that. I was just like, just so thankful that we still getting sales. This weekend was definitely a fluke. Do not follow that rule. Like, do not just not do anything and expect sales to happen. That was just very, very fluke.
Her grandma was looking out for us.
Yeah, she was spreading the love because that usually does not happen. But it's just about staying positive, being responsible. I say all the time, we don't have a ton of expenses and a ton of like vices where we wasting money on stuff outside of the little things like nails and whatever else. But I might buy a shoe every now and again. But
yeah,
that's
and
really
I think too, honestly, to be completely honest, I think with us moving into Arizona, a lot of financial worries are kind of, I'm not gonna say over, because I mean, you always gonna need that savings and everything like that, but not having such a huge expense with living and the cost of living really does help. Just everything in Arizona is like so much cheaper than it was in California. Everything. So honestly, if we were in the same position right now in California, y'all probably would see us on live every single day. We would, with that weekend that we didn't do anything would not have happened. But since it's a little bit more comfortable, and of course we do have a savings as well, it really does help with that. So I think that, so to answer the question, maybe make sure you have a savings and being somewhere that's pretty affordable to live.
Yeah, that was definitely like part of the game plan too, because it's one of those things where we went from paying almost $2,400 a month. Now we're paying $1,000 less per month, relatively still bringing in the same amount of money. It's like, it's a blessing, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where as long as you don't have too many crazy expenses, as long as you can like manage your expenses and be responsible, you should be good. And it's on top of it too, to be a successful entrepreneur, you still got to put in the work. So regardless of what the current economic situation is, you could only control what you can control. So for me, as long as I'm still listing, as long as I'm still trying to go out there and find some stuff, because the thing is, it's so much stuff that still needs to get listed. You know, what's it called? Death piles that I still have. I still got a ton of stuff listed. And if worse come to worse and stuff not moving, the stuff that I'll keep saying in my videos, this for the personal collection, this for the personal, all that is gone.
Listen, I'll be here with a t-shirt on. That's it, y'all. I don't care. Everything could go.
Everything could go. I'm not holding on to no personal items. I'm not holding on to shoes. And there's some people that would spend an arm and a leg on some of the shoes that I got. So I got stuff. We got savings and we got stuff that's in the stash, and it kind of gives you that peace of mind to know if worse comes to worse, you can still, you know, make some money in a tight space. So that's what it's all about. Let's see. Great sale on the jacket. Thank you very much. Let's see. I've always wondered who's in charge of what, because it seems like Akil is the only one who goes to thrifts. Does your wife do all the listings or sales or tasks, or the tasks balanced out? Well, I do the majority of the sourcing. Dom comes with me when it comes down to the sourcing. She does all the pictures for the stuff. Why your face look like that?
Because I don't like going out there. I don't. It's too much. Sometimes people get a little too rowdy, and type of person I am, I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, depending on where you go, like sometimes if you go to the Nike outlet, especially the one in my area, if you go to the one early, they open at 10. So if you get there at 10 o'clock, it's going to be a line of people. They're going to be running. So of course it's going to be a little, you know, kind of weird. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not with it.
You know why I don't like it? Because especially, I'm gonna be honest, especially in the outlets, right? So Akil will be doing his thing, grabbing boop, 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 and he's just piling boxes in front of me. And you know, people eyeing them, and I be having to get mean, y'all. Like, that's why I don't like it, because people be walking by looking at it, and I just be like this. Like, I be having to like show them it's mine, and I don't like being like that to people, but I know it helps.
I always say when you're a reseller, you got to turn on that aggressiveness. Like, I'm smiling and all that now, but when I'm really out there working, you got to be swift. You got to be quick. You got to have that same face.
Do your serious face.
I can't even do it right now.
Look, this mine.
That's yours. put your neck down. It's a serious neck over here. But yeah, it's just, I always say with reselling, you got to be aggressive. You got to be on top of it, especially if you're trying to get stuff, to make money. It's different. It's different when you're just trying to make some little, like a part-time hustle, as opposed to when you do this for a living. So I guess that aggressiveness kind of increases once you're really doing this for real. But like we were saying, when it comes down to the breakdown, I do the sourcing. She comes with me sometimes. She might find some gems, especially when they try to hide it in the women's section. You guys know sometimes you might be in the women's section, and then somebody tried to hide a leather jacket.
I be looking. I be all through it.
Always finds those type of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's always a plus. She does the pictures, and she, like I said, she handles the Poshmark stuff. I list all the stuff on eBay, and then from there, she takes that information, puts it on Posh. So the work is definitely, evenly distributed.
I mean, I think it's like I don't know the percentage, but I mean, obviously it's Akil's business, so he does majority of it. I think I really came in and helped with a lot of like organizing stuff, trying to keep stuff, trying to just have a system. And I think that was really the biggest thing that was kind of lacking, just not being really that organized. So coming through doing that, but at the same time too, the reason I love doing this with Akil is outside of the fact that we're helping each other with this, we're also building a totally other business from the ground up, to the point where it's like, it starts here, like there's nothing into it but us to build it. So
hey, we got $10.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
Thank you very much. That's what's up.
I get my train of thought thrown off real quick, but anywho, just the fact that I'm able to still, like I said, help with the business, help with our health, because that is huge for me. And I didn't even know how important it was until I've been able to do it, and I freaking love it. And then also building up our other business as well. So being able to do all three of those for me is like a blessing.
Priceless.
Yes.
It's definitely priceless, because it's one of those things where it's like, of course, because the thing is, for me, like I was saying earlier, when it comes down to like trying to be a leader, for me, I'm one of those people, I try to lead by example. So for her taking that week off while she was, grieving, I'm not going to be down her back, and I'm not going to be the one trying to fall back too. I know we got to pick up each other's slack. Some days I might not necessarily feel like sharing the closet a million times a day, and then she's, hopping in and making sure she does it. Sometimes I might not feel like hopping on camera making a video, and then she's like, boom, Akil, you got to do a video. What you doing? So it's like, it's that constant, that just keeping each other in check type of thing that I really do appreciate, because it's tough. I mean, it's I'm not going to say motivation is fleeting. Sometimes you might be super motivated one day, the next day you're not, and to have somebody to give you that extra push, you always need that. Let's see. Great advice, y'all. Inspiration. Definitely got to get out of Cali.
Girl, come visit us. Come visit. We got the extra room. You and hubby can stay right over there.
Yeah, because Cali is too much. Will you ever do a personal collection video? Yeah, I did a couple. I did one, but all those sneakers from that last video, I think I sold all of those already. And the thing is, it's like once I get some shoes, especially if it's used, if it was worn once, me wearing it a few other times, especially to the gym, that's not going to affect the price too much. So I'll get shoes all the time and I'll wear them and then I'll sell them. So it's a constant like rotation. So I'm going to do a video and just show you guys what I have right now. Do you use FedEx at all for eBay? Absolutely. FedEx is clutch, because since I think like 2020, the top of the year, FedEx lowered their rates. So sometimes you might be shipping a shoe across the country and it might save you $5 or $6 to use FedEx as opposed to using USPS. Remember those few days we drove to FedEx. So that's super, super clutch. How many shoes do you have in your personal collection? What's your favorite in the collection? Shoes right now? Probably like what, 20?
Too many.
It's probably like 20. But when I was in college, y'all gotta do like, I had over 100 pairs of shoes when I was in college. People used to come to my dorm and literally be like, oh, this is like Foot Locker, because I had shoes stacked up from the floor to the ceiling. And I would literally stand on my chair and stand from the chair to the desk to try to get shoes from the top. Right now, the favorite shoes in my collection, I got a pair of Pradas I like. I like those. I wear those all the time. I don't wear them as much right now. I got those Chris Van Ash shoes I really do like, the blue ones. You like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's okay.
And another shoe in my collection right now, I got a pair of Space Jams. No. I got a pair of 17s, red and white 17s that I don't wear anymore because they're literally falling apart, but they're just like, I like those shoes a lot. Then
you
of
got
course,
some shoes that's falling apart.
Yeah, but they
Akil.
good though. They good though. Y'all know. If y'all collect shoes, drop a comment.
We're gonna do some spring cleaning.
Even though they falling apart, they still got value, sentimental value, and of course my cement threes. Those
that you ain't never wore
that
yet.
I ain't never wore yet. I love those. Those ain't going nowhere. Those probably top 3 right there for right now. Question: where's Dom from? Akil, you sound like an East Coast dude. How about Dom?
Yeah, I'm from the East Coast too. I'm from Buffalo, New York. Akil's from Brooklyn, New York. Kind of from Buffalo too, though. That's where we met.
I'm not from Buffalo.
Kinda.
Not claiming Buffalo.
Kinda. But yeah, I'm from the East Coast.
I was in Buffalo for what, 10 years? 10 years too long.
Akil. That's where we met.
Yeah, that's where we met. But I'm glad we're not there no more. Let's see. What's your best / most profitable find ever? Ever? It's tricky because I could talk about one item. You remember those boots from San Francisco? It was Viberg.
Yeah.
It was a pair of boots. It was the brand is Viberg, Viberg. They was $20. We went to San Francisco for the day, and we was probably in there for like an hour, and we was about to leave. We technically already left because I already was filling up the car, and I was just coming back to help Dom with her bags, and they just put those boots out. And I think it was $20, and I resold those boots within about a month, maybe three weeks to a month, and they sold for like $470 something.
That was up
I think
there.
like $475. I took a best offer. I think I was asking $500, and I got a best offer like $470, and that was my best like one sale ever. But excuse me, in terms of the fines, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's bad me kind of strong over there.
Sorry, I just want to make sure we got it all out.
That gym is paying off, goddamn. But when it came down to like profitable finds, like going to the outlets and finding certain shoes for like $20, selling them for $70, but you had like 60 pairs of those shoes. To me, that's like the most profitable to this day. Like so many finds that I had like that, like those skate sneakers we got now, those are super profitable. I paid like $20 and been selling them consistently for $70 on eBay. So
I think my favorite was the Uggs, and we loaded up on those, and then all fourth quarter. I'm getting all the lingo, y'all. We're doing fourth quarter. He sold a bunch of them.
Boy, when I tell you those Uggs, those Uggs was game changing. That was probably, but the thing is, that's just not one find. You know what I mean? It was a plethora of Uggs that you picked up for $20-$25, and then you wait a few months and those same $25 boots sell for $110, $120, $130. That's amazing. That's what keeping me going with this reselling. You two are adorable. Thanks. It's not a death pile, it's a money pile. Hey, yeah, I like that.
That's money what I'm
pile.
Talking about.
Yeah, we got money piles in because it's all over. I love everything you have told me about shoes. Y'all look great. Thank you. That's what's up. How do you balance listing the same items on Poshmark and eBay? What if the same item is being purchased on both sites at the same time? That usually doesn't happen too often. But when it did, it happened like maybe 4 times since I've been doing this. Did it happen since you started working? Mm-hmm. So thankfully it's never happened. So clearly that just shows we got way better at organization since she started. But it's one of those things where if the item sells on eBay, I try to take it off Poshmark first, but I just try to honor whoever bought it first. Whichever platform is sold on first, that's who's getting it. I just try to do it that way. When the very first time it happened, what did I do? I feel like I canceled the order on a different platform because I was making more money if it sold on eBay. And somebody had made a comment. They was just like, oh, you should have just honored the first sale. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I felt kind of slimy after that. So now if it does happen, whoever bought it first does it. But it rarely ever happens anymore. It's just because the prices on eBay and Poshmark are different too. So you always got to keep that in mind. Let's see. Is reselling really all you do? Yeah, reselling, YouTube. You got about 5 streams, but for the most part, it all revolves around reselling.
Well, if you count Poshmark and eBay, so that's 2, and then YouTube, which talks about reselling. So yeah.
And then and we building up this next business. So the bread from reselling is gonna funnel into that one. We'll give y'all some more information on that one too, because I feel like we just being all project X or super secretive. I can't compare myself to YouTubers that sell. For the average person, I feel like I do okay, but my goal is much, much more. I've only sold 2 items this week. I started 6 months ago. You can't compare yourself to I feel like the thing with YouTube, people that resell on YouTube, especially from my perspective, I only wanted to get on YouTube when I felt like I had a better grasp at reselling. If I had jumped on here when I was already like killing it, I don't think people would have really like enjoyed the content, because it would have seemed too unrealistic. But when I got on, I felt like I kind of mastered eBay, and I was kind of sharing the Poshmark journey. So I just think you can't necessarily compare yourself to others, because it's always going to be somebody doing better than you. You just got to kind of track your own progress and just make sure you're getting a little better every day. Like, that's the goal for me to this day. I'm still trying to get better every day. How can I spend, less time doing certain stuff? And how can I just get better with brands and how I can find stuff?
And that's something too. Like, prior to you actually doing reselling full time, you were blogging, you were doing all that, you were always into men's fashion. So for you, it's almost like second nature to stop and actually start to sell the things that you already know. Like, we'll be somewhere, it'll be something, I might be like, oh, Akil, this might be something. Oh no, that's Target brand. Or I'll put this up. Like, he just be knowing. And it's like, I think it's something, but he knows already. So for somebody who's not used to actually doing it, I'm not gonna say 6 months isn't a long time, but for somebody doing it for such a short amount of time, you're not going to know as much, Right. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
And then
too.
Plus, people on YouTube be making this seem so glorious. Like, it's so easy and it's so much fun. Like, I think it's more fun now to be doing it together, but it's times where I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm not trying to go source. I'm not trying to do a video. So it's just about, like I said, try to focus on yourself. I always say, mind your business and just try to pay attention to what you're doing and track your own progress. As long as you feel like you're getting better, like incremental growth, whether that's 1% better every day, that's the focus. Like, if I tried to compare myself to other people, I'd be depressed, because people out here, millionaires, selling the same stuff I'm trying to sell. It's crazy. Let's see. Got a lot of stuff in the chat. That's what's up. Do you ever get into hard good items for eBay? Yeah, we sell some hard good stuff, like VCRs and little like electronics. You got so much cameras right now. So many like vintage cameras, film cameras. So a lot of that is a lot of the stuff that we selling. What other hard goods we sell? Video games.
Yeah, I was trying to say video games.
Just sold a couple N64 games this weekend. Yeah, hard goods. It's just not a ton of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a master at that yet. So it's only certain stuff I'll even know to gravitate towards. But for the most part, shoes. I remember those Dries Van Noten. Those still did not sell. They are still available. I don't know why they didn't sell yet. I collect Adidas Samoa sneakers, 30 pairs, all different colorways. Okay, see, we got sneaker people in here.
He was the last one on the other comment too. Come on, bro. Whose side you on?
He on my side. He on my side.
He was the last one in the comments talking about I couldn't get my mat.
Oh yeah.
And I still didn't get it.
You never go back to Burlington.
Akil.
What?
Why?
You don't be wanting to go. Got you. Let's see. Hi, I'm new to Poshmark and I like the idea of only selling sneakers. Can you give advice on what the best sneakers are to resell?
Right back.
Oh, Dom is gonna be on having a commercial break. But the best advice for sneakers to resell. Nike sells really good. The top 3 brands I can tell you what to really look for with Nike, Adidas, Jordan. If you're going to pay attention to, if you're really trying to focus on shoes, if you're new to shoes, I would probably say start by thrifting some shoes. That way you're not going to be spending too much money and too much risk is involved. You could start there. What's some other good advice? It's with shoes, for me, why I like it is because it's so easy to just take the photos really quickly. And I have a lot of space so I can hold all the shoes. So for me, I just enjoy selling shoes. The clothing aspect of it, taking the measurements, checking for stains, it's just a little too much work. But for the shoes, like I said, if you pay attention to those 3 brands, only focus on what the items are actually selling for, as opposed to looking at like retail prices or manufacturer suggested prices. Only try to pay attention to what items are actually selling for. So a good way to do that is if you have an item, say it's a pair of Adidas Samoa sneakers. You go Adidas Samoa is a Samba. Let's say it's Adidas Samba sneakers, and you put those shoes on there, you're searching for certain sizes. You want to make sure that the same shoe that you have, you check that same size. You also have to, like you check that same size. If it's Adidas Samba size 9, put that in the search, go to sold listings, see how much that sold for in the past, and base your price off of that. That's the best advice I can give, because the sneaker resale game is super competitive. It's something you gotta enjoy it. You gotta love it, because it can piss you off, especially if you're selling stuff at Ross, because people will just slash their prices to the point where they're not making any money. But now they ruin the market for everybody. So it's definitely a lot involved. My sales are very slow. Can you help me out? My sales kind of slow today too. I'm trying to get some help too. Yeah, we all in trouble. I don't know. I'm thinking of creating a sale. I think maybe doing a sale in sometime this week might help.
Oh, like a sale on online. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like maybe dropping everything 10, maybe 20% just to get some,
It should be 19%.
19
for the we can't say
Yeah. So we're gonna drop it maybe 10, 15%, something like that. Try to encourage some more sales. What's the best way to boost your Poshmark profile? For example, getting more likes on items, more followers, more sales. The Poshmark profile, I've never put too much energy into that. Like, I think I got followers. Once you become a Poshmark ambassador, you get a ton of followers. I think I got more followers based on the YouTube channel, but I never was out there trying to grow the profile. I think the focus was just to get high quality inventory, the stuff that people want, and people are going to search for it regardless. So sometimes you might not even necessarily need to share your closet 1,000 times a day if you have the stuff people want. So focus on quality inventory above anything else.
And good pictures.
You'll be surprised the amount of times I bought something on Poshmark for $30 and sold it on eBay for $120 because the person's pictures was just bad. So focus on the pictures. What other tips for the people?
Well, yeah, the pictures, sharing the closet. Honestly, I don't really care about the likes, because you could have 50 likes on there, but nobody bought it. Yeah. So it's like, if 50 people like it, why didn't one person buy it? So that might be something you might need to look at. Maybe you had a typo, maybe the pictures weren't detailed enough. I'm not sure. I'm sure
sometimes Poshmark prices, some people be having their price too high to consider the fact that the 20% fee, and then a lot of times people send offers, so people try to price it super high so they can take a lower offer, and they find themselves pricing themselves out of the market. Because if something is selling for $40 and you got it for 60, I'm not going to send you an offer for $40. I'll just buy it from that other person that has it for $40. So that's something you might want to do too. Just make sure your prices are on par with the market. Is it worth selling on eBay with the fees they charge? Absolutely, especially if you're selling shoes. If you're selling shoes for more than $100, it's absolutely worth it to sell on eBay. Absolutely. It's probably the smartest place to sell. Yeah. You think as a reseller and retail arbitrage seller specifically, you think you can accumulate a full-time income just with selling shoes? Yeah, if you're selling good shoes. I've been seeing people. The thing is, if you get into the hype stuff, like the stuff people really, really want, that's willing to drop a lot of bread on, you could easily make a really good income just selling shoes. But when it comes down to full-time income or not, I always say it just depends on like your living expenses. You know what I mean? If a full-time income for me might be a part-time income for somebody else that got way more responsibility. So it's just all about how much, I guess, your debt to income ratio and all that. Thanks for the feedback, no doubt. Do you counter when someone just lowballs, or do you just decline? I decline. Let me tell the live people now.
Here you go.
So what I've been doing lately.
He's petty, y'all. Listen, I don't support this message. Go ahead.
We married. You're supposed to support the message. You support it without even
I
publicly
support the
supporting it.
message.
So anyway, this is what I've been doing, and y'all should do this too because it's funny. So first off, somebody if you're a seller, if you have anything in your Poshmark closet, right, and you send me a low ball offer, I have an item for 120. You send me an offer for $50. I'm gonna decline your offer, right? But if you have an item in your closet for say $50, I'm gonna send you an offer for $10. Just so that you know exactly what it feels like to get a low ball offer. Because if you piss me off for 2 seconds, I'm gonna do it back.
Petty. Remember he said I run the Poshmark Closet? That's the only part I don't run.
It works. And
Petty.
people don't do it no more. They don't like once because the thing is, I realized
you're gonna stop when somebody accepts it. You gotta buy it and you'll be mad.
No, because that's a hell of a deal, and I'll sell it myself. But the thing is, it's like people like to play those games, and it's a waste of time. And the thing what I hate the most is that they'll send you a low ball offer, you decline, then they'll send you still a low ball offer, but they increase the offer like $2. So then they just gonna keep sending offers. Mm-hmm. So for me, once I started doing that, that ended it immediately. I was like, this is the cheat code. I gotta keep doing this. So that's a tip. Y'all could do it too. Tell them you got it from me. There's so many Nikes. I don't know which ones are popular and which ones are not. Ooh. Yes, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's hard to figure it out, but you can look up shoes by the style code. That'll kind of give you a starting place to kind of figure out where to go. And just being around shoes more. If you say, for instance, you just go to your Foot Locker, you go to your outlets, and you just see what's on the shelves. Pay attention to what people are wearing. You kind of get to see, what's in, what's not, what's hot, right, what's not. Got to be out there. Do you ever go for hype limited edition releases like any Yeezy drops online or Nike drops on the sneakers app? No. Not anymore. I tried for a little while. I sold some Yeezys in the past, but they kept restocking them. So the price tanked on them. So it kind of made me not want to do it. I tried reselling some Supreme. Excuse me. Same thing happened with the Supreme. They're not necessarily a restock, but when you're selling hyped items, the hype goes away really, really quickly. So if you don't sell it within that 2-week window, by the next release, nobody cares about that item that you were trying to sell for $500 and $600 anymore. They're on to the next. So I don't necessarily do the hype stuff anymore. I'm not going to say I'll never will, because if I can get a connect to where I can get them for a decent price, I will. But that's kind of why I was kind of disappointed about SneakerCon, because that was going to be my chance to try to buy up some limited stuff and try to get some, at least flip it, at least, even if it's not a ton of profit, at least a little something. Right. But it is what it is. Do y'all share in the parties, and does it help sales? Yeah, absolutely. I definitely share during the parties. Dom shared during the parties. I'm not gonna say if it helps with sales a ton, but you definitely see a difference.
I think it's just like sharing in the closet, regular, like it's the same.
I think what it does help though is because there's so many more people on the app during the parties because everybody's trying to share. So, and a lot of Poshmark buyers are also sellers. So a lot of times those people that's trying to sell stuff is going to share, and then they might stumble across something that you just shared and they're like, oh, damn, I like this. Let me buy it. Especially if they have a little money in their account. So that always works. Let's see. What other reseller YouTubers do you watch? What other reseller YouTubers? I
like the girl with the red hair.
With the red hair?
She's in California. I don't know her name.
Do I watch her channel too?
She shouted you out once. She gave you a shout out, and I think you put it in your video.
Oh, damn, I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I don't remember. She's nice.
I watch Rally Root sometimes. I watch a lot of Josh sometimes. I watch Jake, Know It to Flip It, because he does sneakers too. I watch Hustler Hacks.
Who was the one on live the other day?
Oh, that was Know It to Flip It. He's funny. He's mad funny. I watch his videos all the time, but that's about it. I think maybe about 5 or 6. And I don't spend too much time watching other like reseller stuff. I mainly watch a lot of fitness stuff on YouTube, a lot of bodybuilding stuff on YouTube, NBA highlights.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore, but a lot of that type of stuff I watch on YouTube. Yeah, Akil just wanted to say keep up the fantastic work. Thank you very much. Yeah. I started a YouTube. Should I stay with the what sold content and do that I am new, or should I try and make what I like to buy like you do? I'm still scared on that part. Do a mixture of both. See whichever one is hitting. I think with YouTube, it comes and goes. Like when I first got on YouTube, Poshmark was really trendy, so it was like that was the thing to make content on. If you're making Poshmark related content, you can grow your channel relatively quickly. So I got in at the right time. The what sold stuff, people are always going to be interested in that, so that's good. And sharing what you enjoy what you enjoy is always good. If you like to sell cell phones, there's a community for that. If you like to sell dishes and glassware, there's a community for that. So whatever you like to sell, make a video on that. Talk about your YouTube.
My
Tell the
YouTube.
people.
Oh, hey, I have a YouTube. I do my hair and other things, but not really. So I used to be called the Beauty Diary, but I felt like that was too like much with just beauty. So then I kind of named myself Dami's World, so I can incorporate everything. As of now, though, I still have only really made hair videos. Just I don't know, it's just most comfortable. But
You branched out. You did the juicing.
oh yeah.
You did you talked about why the fitness journey.
No, I lost that one.
Oh, you lost that video. But I mean, you've been branching out, trying to do other content.
Yeah, I try. But kind of goes with what Tammy was saying. A lot of times, just do what you like to do, and that's really it. Because then it makes you want to actually make a video. If you're enjoying what you do, you will want to do it, and it's not going to be like an extra task, or it's not going to be something that's just like, oh my god, I don't feel like doing it. So I would just say, just have fun with it. That's it. I am going to start doing more fitness stuff on my channel. I am now at a part of my life where I feel confident in my fitness journey. It took me a little while to really get consistent. It took me all of my life to get consistent, but I'm consistent now. So here we are. So I'll probably start putting some of that up too.
Yeah, but YouTube is all about just sharing your passion. I think that's what it is. And for me, my passion has definitely been reselling, thrifting. So I just wanted to make videos about that. So, some people, they do YouTube for the money, and that could put you in a tough space, because if you're depending on that money, you're only going to limit yourself to like one very, very narrow window of content. But if you're doing it because you love it, and even if it is a very narrow window of content, you're doing what you love. So it doesn't matter about the money. And the funny thing is, the money will come eventually. It might take a while. It might take 6 months to a year, but the money will come. Because when I first got on, it was August of last year, and it took me until December to get monetized. So for that whole time, I was just putting out a ton of content for free with no, residuals and no benefit, but it paid off at the end. So you just got to do what you love. Let's see. Best recent flip. Yeah, best recent flip is definitely that jacket. That shot Bros Perfecto jacket. It's in my Poshmark closet now, so you can probably scroll down and see the sale. I picked that up from I think Buffalo Exchange for like $30, and it sold for $259. So after fees and shipping, it was, I don't remember, $259 is 20%. It's too much math. So whatever that was, that's what I. Good night, guys. Stay safe. Love the encouragement. Good night to you too. Yes, it's common tags. That's the person. Oh, battery's exhausted.
Don't worry, we have another one. Just give us a second.
Stay with us.
We have to get a new camera.
The thing with the battery is that the phone, with the battery, if you're on there for longer than an hour.
Oh, you're gonna show the video.
Be back?
Yeah.
There it is. We are back.
That was my last hair video I recorded.
We are back in action. But yes, common tags. That's what.
Yes, that's my friend.
Yeah, she does good videos. I like her content because it's LA bins, it's haul videos, but at the same time, she's super knowledgeable on brands. And I don't know a lot of women brands, so I'm always learning a little something. Let's see. You should start back up with Nike sneakers drops. They are so straightforward and profitable as long as you're going for the right shoes. Like if you're going for Jordan 1s or Off-Whites. When it come to the Nike sneakers, I was trying to get stuff for myself and I was losing out. So it is very, very discouraging because I don't know exactly how they decipher who wins what, but it's like a raffle system.
Mhm.
And unless you have a bot or unless you get super lucky, you're not gonna win. So the Nike sneakers app is just not my friend. A lot of people complain about it too, so I just haven't been trying. But by the end of the year, I should be trying to get more, hype stuff, more higher margin stuff. But as for right now, we making it do what it do. Oh, that was all the comments right now. What else you want to talk about? Where were we with the sales? No, not with the sales. Talking about working together.
Mhm.
We spoke about the pros.
Well, there's more pros. There's way more pros than cons. Like honestly, I don't really think there's very many cons. Honestly, I think too, with us working together, it kind of forces us to communicate better all around. So not only business side of it, but also like in our marriage and just communicating. Because obviously he's like a coworker now. And you know how you had to talk to your coworkers way back in the day. Well, I don't know if y'all still working, but you know you had to talk to your coworker very nice, very soft. If not, you're gonna be in the HR office. So the good thing is we don't have HR now.
You're HR.
But I think it really did just help with our communication all around. Just knowing that we're doing all aspects of life together. Prior to, I would go to work, he would do his thing, and then we would come together and do our marriage. But now we're doing it all together, and it's really nice.
I agree. I agree. I think, especially in terms of communication, because it's like I was saying before, there's so much stuff that you still don't know. So it's like I could only expect you to do so much at a certain amount of time. And of course, it's just about slowly giving you more responsibilities, more tasks, and as you go and you're learning more, the questions you ask are really good. So I know you're like trying to get better as opposed to just doing it just to do it. You know what I mean? Like I can tell you actively trying to get better at it. So that's good for me because I feel like every type of I guess leadership position I've had, especially when it came down to my last position where I was a supervisor. Like I lead by example, but it's one of those situations where if you don't have competent people around you, it doesn't matter how your leadership style is. Like people are not gonna follow if they're not able. You know what I mean? If they're not willing, you know what I mean? So it's like it goes a long way. Let's see. Where was your YouTube profile pic taken? That was you took that picture.
I don't even know
The
what it
profile
is.
pic was that pic. Well, I think I had that striped shirt, and we took
Oh,
him out at school. I was in
yeah.
California.
Those are really nice pictures.
That you took.
Yeah, I did a good job. I should get a raise.
Yeah, you should. You should ask. You should ask. I don't know. I didn't say ask me.
Okay.
Ask the universe.
We'll talk after. We'll talk after. Don't worry.
Wait. All right, y'all.
So what's your perspective though? I don't feel like you really shared like what you think about me working with you.
I did talk about it. I think it's dope. I think it's one of those things. I said it. I think I said it in a different live video. I think it was one of those things where for me knowing that you didn't like that job and you was like, complaining and trying to figure out a move. I thought it was just dope that I was even able to like have a platform where you can, join, what I mean? Where you can say, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I want to do this, but you can still, make money, do your own thing, still have time to, work on what you want to work on the side. Like for me, that's dope. Just being able to create that opportunity. So for me, I'm like literally still like enamored by that, like by the fact that like this is really the life we live in. Like I've seen, people's asking me about rally routes and stuff like that. Like other YouTubers I watch, and I remember watching rally routes before I even got on YouTube, and I was just like, damn, this is dope. I would always showing you that stuff, like, look at these two, they working together, and this is their business, they making good money. And now it's like, that's us. Like we live in the same type of lifestyle. They got a little more money, I think. They got houses, they got warehouse spaces, like they doing it big. But we a little younger too, so we got some time. But at the same time, it's just dope to see that it's like coming into fruition, like it's real. And it's like it's not no bullshit. It's real life. You know what I mean? And so for me, I think that's what's dope about it. And everything that you said in terms of you learning a new skill, like I'm seeing that, and I think that's dope. I think just the fact that I actually have help. You know what I mean? I've been like teasing at it for months prior to even you joining, like saying I think I need help. I think I need help. It's to the point where I could only do but so much, but I was still like just try to force myself and like work through it. But now you got help, and I ain't complaining no more.
That's a
You know what I
fact.
mean? So it's definitely a really good thing. Great content. Tag team super couple. Dom should get a raise. Dom
Yes.
needs a raise just because.
Yes.
Just because. I need a raise too, just because.
When putting it out there.
Let's see. Has COVID, blah, 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 affected the amount of content you can post? I'm assuming most stores in your area are closed. Have you been finding ways around it, like looking for flips online? Absolutely. I've been just bought some shoes. Let me show the shoes I picked up today. That'll be interesting.
Now that I got you guys alone. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, what you about to say? What you about to say? But I had I was telling you guys Nordstrom Rack had a sale. I'm looking at this camera. This is the camera. Nordstrom Rack had a sale, and it was crazy. Like a lot of their stuff was great for the personal collection. They didn't have too many like great sales to flip, but this was one of the stuff that they had items that you can flip. And I think these were $50. Nike Shox NZ. Let me put that to the camera so you guys can get a better look of that. But these Nike Shox sell for about 120. Sometimes a little more on eBay, but I'm safe at 120. And these are dope. So I got a couple pairs of these. They should sell, like I said, for around 120, and shouldn't take too long to sell because people are picking up Shox. Shox are one of those shoes people always love. So I grabbed a couple of those. So I'm doing more online sourcing more than anything else. Ross in my area is closed. The Nike store is closed. I got some more stuff that I ordered on the way. They should be here tomorrow. So I'll probably do a video and share that too.
It is better for people just to stay inside. Try to stay inside if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. For the most part, if you can, because the thing is, it's like if you're a younger person, you're not necessarily at that much risk, but you can still be a carrier. And if you're around people that are more susceptible to, getting sick, you can give it to them and pass it on to them. So
Young
if you
people
can,
still could get it too, though.
yeah, young people. It was this girl in the city, in New York. I think she was like 12 years old, and she got it, which is crazy. But I'm sure she probably, I don't know the full story. I think she might have had like a pre-existing condition, but excuse me, I'm not really too sure, but it's tough. Hey guys, just came on. I'm gonna have to replay just saying hi. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Grandma.
Grandma cheap in the building. But yeah, that's how I feel about us working together. I think it's dope.
Yeah, me too. It's nice.
Yes, I think that's all we got. Unless you got anything else you wanted to get off your chest.
No, my chest is pretty light.
All right, cool. All right, y'all. So thanks for joining us. I'll definitely hop on here.
That's another one.
We got more. Oh, we have more. Oh yeah, Nordstrom Rack has crazy steals. I saw Vapor Maxes for 80, and you could probably flip them for around 110, 150, depending on the size. Also picked up moccasins for $7. That's thrift store prices. That's what's up. Yeah, I think when I saw the sale, a lot of the stuff was either in somebody's cart, so I wasn't able to grab them up, or it was just sold out before I got to it. So, and I got on the sale when it just started. So it was tough. If you had bots, I'm sure he was scooping up everything, but it is what it is. My man Evan McDuffie, be safe, y'all. Yeah, that's a fact. Be safe, y'all. We gonna end it on that, y'all. Just be safe, be positive, be happy, spread love.
Cherish your loved ones.
Cherish your loved ones, absolutely, because life is precious. All right, y'all. Peace.